Hurricanes, and it's not even close, Jenny. This is not even close. Of the 22 starters that started that night for the Hurricanes, 11 of them were first-round draft picks.
For 2 decades, it was universally accepted. The 2001 Miami Hurricanes were the greatest college football team of all time.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown.
What it do, my good people? Welcome to another episode of Dynasty Reactions, where we talk all things Miami Hurricanes football. And man, today I got a treat for you guys. We're talking the greatest football team ever put together on a college football field. That would be the 2001 Miami Hurricanes. Hey man, I got a little video clip here breaking down the 01 Miami Hurricanes. And after the video, I will be back with my commentary. Let's get it.
There's no comparison in my mind. The 2001 Miami team that beat Nebraska, that's the best college football team of all time.
Do you consider that team to be the best college team to ever do it, or one of the best?
Yeah, I always say we were the best.
Man, it's the Hurricanes, and it's not even close, Jenny. This is not even close. Of the 22 starters that started that night for the Hurricanes, 11 of them were first-round draft picks.
For 2 decades, it was universally accepted. The 2001 Miami Hurricanes were the greatest college football team of all time.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown. Shockey.
Then the 2019 LSU Tigers entered the chat.
Burrow fires, and it's caught by Justin Jefferson for the touchdown.
Joe Burrow, 60 touchdown passes, 15-0, beat 7 top 10 teams, a Heisman Trophy winner, an offense that averaged 48 points per game. LSU fans started saying it. We're the best team ever.
Nah.
But here's the problem. They're wrong. And it's not even close.
Your Miami team or the 2019 LSU Tigers? Me and Clinton Portis had a whole argument about this.
Ain't close, man.
LSU, I knew it.
Nah, Miami.
Because the 2001 Miami Hurricanes didn't just dominate college football, they broke it. 38 NFL draft picks, 17 first-round picks, 13 Pro Bowlers, 2 Hall of Famers.
You know, a dominant team in the Big 12, and it was just one of those. When the game started, it looked like an NFL team. Which, looking at the roster now, that's pretty much what it was.
He's absolutely right. You know, looking back on that night, and I was able to witness that game. I mean, the minute they kicked off, you seen that Miami was a pro team, in Nebraska, despite dominating the Big 12, they shouldn't have not been on the same field with Miami that night.
They outscored opponents by an average of 33 points per game. Their defense allowed 9.8 points per game, and they went 12-0 without breaking a sweat. So let me ask you something. If you could build the perfect college football team, what would it look like? Dominant running backs? Check. Best offensive line in the country? Check. A defense that ends careers? Check. The 2001 Miami Hurricanes had all of it.
Now, if I give you the 95 Cornhuskers, the 04 Trojans, 88 Notre Dame, 2000 Oklahoma, where would you rank that 2001 Canes team?
Number one. Number one. I just can't see a weakness in that football team.
And they proved it on the biggest stage. Drop a comment right now, Miami or LSU, who's the greatest team ever? And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss breakdowns like this.
Come on, man. Get in my comments. You already know it's the Hurricanes.
Let's start with what made the 2001 Miami Hurricanes so special. Because this wasn't just a good team. This was an NFL roster playing college football. They were so good that their starting running back said this.
I kid you not. I remember when I got to Denver and seeing our team and realizing the team I played on in college was better. And y'all used to give me a hard time because I was Miami all the way. Boy, I eat, sleep. I believed in us.
Imagine being so good that an NFL player believes a college football team was better than the Broncos. That's crazy. Head coach Larry Coker took over in his first year, and all he did was go 12-0 and win a national championship. But it wasn't Coker who built this team. It was the culture, the swagger, the mentality that Miami had been developing for years. This was the U, and in 2001, they were at their absolute peak.
I feel like we bonded a lot going into that 2001 season.
We had that mentality of okay, you may get a run, but I promise you for the next 60 minutes, we're going to kick your ass.
Even just summer workouts, man, the way guys came in and worked their butts off, man. It was just, it was either win it all or it was nothing.
Right.
Let's talk about the offense first, because people forget how explosive Miami was. Quarterback Ken Dorsey, a junior, threw for 3,000 yards and 26 touchdowns. And right about now, some of you are probably thinking this.
So you just made a case for the greatest team ever with Ken Dorsey at quarterback? You're disqualified.
But here's the thing. He was steady, smart, and he had weapons everywhere. At running back, Clinton Portis rushed for 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns. But here's the crazy part. Portis was good, but he wasn't even the best running back on the roster.
The first 5 passes that Berlin threw. Here's Gore finally getting some open space, and Frank Gore down the sideline.
Behind Clinton, Portis was Frank Gore, just a freshman at the time, who rushed for 562 yards on only 62 carries. That's 9.1 yards per carry, before he'd even fully developed into the back we'd later know. And if you somehow stopped him, Najee Davenport was next. And behind Davenport was Willis McGahee. 4 running backs, 4 future NFL starters. Every running back on the depth chart went on to start in the league. That's not depth, that's a cheat code.
Okay, we're going to stop it right there, man. That's a great video. And before we get out of here, man, I want to read you this crazy stat that I looked up about this 0-1 Miami team. And it was kind of talking about their defense. It says their defense was so suffocating that they forced 27 interceptions and allowed only 13 total touchdowns all year. Statistically, even if Miami offense had never scored a single touchdown that season, the defense scored enough on its own to secure an 8-4 record, and that is crazy. Hey, man, listen, as somebody who witnessed that, I was a senior in high school who witnessed that 0-1 team, man, it was unbelievable. They were stacked at every position, and I heard Skip Bayless say, you can't say Miami the greatest team if you had Ken Dorsey at quarterback. I totally disagree. Ken Dorsey was perfect for that team. He was a leader. He commanded respect, and those guys looked up to him. And like I say, but the most important part was that defense, man. That's one of the greatest defenses I ever seen. They held opponents under 10 points a game. NFL and Hall of Famers all over the field, led by Ed Reed. So there's no doubt in my mind, if you can somehow put it in the time machine, 0-1 Miami versus 2014 LSU, despite having Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, the great Jamar Chase, man, Miami would just be too much. Man, they got too many. I mean, every guy in the secondary was a first-round draft pick. So just that alone, and then you still got Jonathan Vilma, you still got DJ Williams, you got that great defensive line. I just don't see how LSU just going to go up and down the field. And plus, on top of that, LSU is not stopping Miami offense. You know, LSU didn't have a great defense that year. They gave up a lot of points. LSU won in a lot of shootouts. Miami dominated. It wasn't a lot of shootouts. They had a couple of close calls. I think one against Virginia Tech and one against Boston College, but everybody else they nailed to the cross. So now I just don't see, as great as that LSU team. I don't see it happen. I see Miami knocking them off, and you know, when it's all said and done, the 0-1 Miami Hurricanes, unless this 2026 Miami Hurricanes, and which I expect them to do, I hope they can be the ones that can replace the 0-1 Miami Hurricanes. That's the greatest team of all time. But hey, that's just my opinion. Well, till the next time, Dynasty Reaction. And make sure you like, subscribe, share, and please leave all comments below. And you already know, it's all about the U.